This is the last week on our four-part series of Image and Colorism. And in this episode, I call it, Is There Life Outside the Color Box? So back to colorism. So what sparked the recent colorism conversations? Okay, let's take a look at that. Well, The Hate You Give is a 2017 young adult novel by Angie Thomas. And it is Thomas's debut novel. It expanded from a short story that she wrote in college in reaction to the police shooting of Oscar Grant, who is a 22-year-old who was shot by a police officer in Oakland, California. Well, some people said that the social media came alive with concerns regarding this because actress Amanda Stenberg playing the lead in the film. They said this happened for two reasons. And the first is because the original book cover displayed a much, much darker protagonist, and Stenberg did not fit the same depiction. The second is because Hollywood is a very, quote unquote, I'm trying to be slick, but I'm not, unquote, tendency to cast multiracial, mixed race actresses as the only actresses that get to portray Black women, period. Okay. And this person says that this latter phenomenon is even more problematic than it sounds. They were having discussions saying that we must support the culture, of course, but we are Black. But that same culture turns around and implicitly tells us through media and colorism that not only do we not belong in the culture, but that we are not wanted in it. Okay. And they said we can look but cannot touch, and we certainly cannot participate. Interesting again. Ask yourselves, there really are no Black people and there really are no white people. So ask yourself, what is Black culture? The comments I was reading was from an article that was published in the 50 Shades of Black on this phenomenon of, as far as colorism. And they also had this to say about the movie X-Men. This is a picture of Amanda Stenberg and her parents. Her father, Tom, is Danish American. Mother, Karen Brailsford, they put African American. One of the people in the 50 Shades of Black article said Fox in particular would know about this participation, or rather lack thereof, okay, since they have transparently enforced the ugliness that is colorism in the X-Men franchise. That's within the last decade. The most obvious example is through the character Storm, which is a funny since current Storm non-actress Alexandra Shipp is a blatant and delusional colorism denier who would have no career if not for colorism, and who loves to, they use not a good word, loves to defecate on Storm, a canonically dark-skinned character, by saying her skin color is only a thing due to random crayon. Okay. If you also know that Halle Berry played Storm in the 2000 version of X-Men. And so you see Alexandra Shipp playing Storm in 2016. And should note that Allison Seeley Smith is the voice of Storm in the X-Men animated series, and she did that from 1993 to 1997. Last week, we talked about how melanated women, especially darker-skinned melanated women, have to deal with issues of race, color, class, and gender. We also talked about how colorism negatively affects melanated women more than it does melanated men. And sometimes we do this to each other, which is the whole point of colorism. And so what we're going to do is take a look at 3 separate clips from Queen Sugar Q&A at Urban World 2017, a show that's no longer on the air, but you'll see what I mean.
Kofi, and so is everybody else. Look at that burger. I got a little brother. But he ain't no brother. But I mean, God, like a moment of silence for Ralph Angel. Unbelievable. Here is why. Because, I mean, the thing is that physical beauty, you did not do that. Ralph Angel did not, I mean, you tell Kobe, you did not, you didn't make those cheekbones and that smile. That is God. That is something, I'm getting some real with it. You didn't create your physical self. So even though we enter your physical self and it's beautiful, your performance, you did that. You allowed. So, okay, I'm going to talk about hair now. Because I always have to. So, this moment of liberation through your hair. I remember y'all remember the first thing you saw the curls? You're like, oh, it's like that. Like that really has become, like in storytelling, when you see the real hair, that's a signal, that means something. Then when I saw your mama, because I was always confused about you. Look, there's all this chocolate. I know jeans, you know, whatever. I'm so like, I understand. But she made sense today. Because your hair, I really was obsessing on the texture of your hair when I saw it before. I'm like, how she get them, like, so. You made a lot of sense, like, a lot of your complexity. And I'm sure that women probably roll up to you all the time now. You know, like, I get it, I'm trying to hold this together, I'm trying to be strong, and the hair. I'm trying to hold all that together. Well, you don't have to talk about it. I really do want to talk about your complexity. Conversation with season 1, first shot. And we talked about it on the red carpet, and when you started in her hair, like in her blackity black hair, it wasn't like your little loose curls, you know, mixed curls. I was like, you in some black hair, it was like in it, and it pulled out into this brown skin, and I'm hearing Michelle, and I was just like, this is it. I'm in. And she got into your detail. She got into your kitchen. So just that's the most intimate room in the house. I'm researching that. The kitchen? The kitchen. That kitchen being that for it's hot and popping. She goes to the kitchen. But she got her baby. I think she got her baby hair. My baby's are laid. So her baby hairs are laid. But so I do leave your dress for your hair today. But and I was a fan of yours in True Blood. Yeah. You didn't make your skin. You didn't mess it up. No. Maintenance. But it's effort. But what did that moment feel like when you knew that there was a camera in your hair? Like that's intimate. That's, you know, it's easy to have your butt out. Because we see that all the time. No, we see so much black ass. Like that's not revolutionary. But it is radical to look at your hair and your skin as beautiful. you.
So you can see this is one of the reasons, among others, that has led women to pour out their hard-earned money to this billion-dollar industry, skin lightening, whitening, bleaching products. And as you can see, there's been 24 new ones with 2019 to 2022. And in fact, the global market is estimated to be 8.8 billion in 2022. Okay, it's projected to continue growing to reach 15.7 billion by 2030. The largest consumers for this sector include women of color, who account for approximately 80% of the worldwide sales. And these are just a few of them. And these are some of the effects, some of the actors and actresses, as you can see on the screen, the before and after. Some faces you might recognize. I'm not going to call out any names.